Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth for the mobile? I guess you could call it? My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today we are investigating I can't unsee this now. Byakuya here, as Green River called him, and I'm sorry, but I can't unsee it. Now that he said it, I can't unsee it. And he also mentioned that correct way of saying this country's name is Borginia. I think that's correct. I could be mistaken. I'm sorry. I'm not the best at foreign languages, unfortunately. But yeah, so we're investigating his murder, and it looks like it was clearly killed with this on the side of his head. We may want to look into lot. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. Okay, let's see if we can find some leads. Where was the killer? The victim's body was found here, so that's probably not where the killer was. Were they broken during his murder? The broken glasses. The blood is still on it fresh. Could this be the murder weapon? One of the backs suggests blunt force trauma. So it looks like this one and this one match up. A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Yes, what is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? It would appear that this figure is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Perhaps Master of the Obvious would be more befitting. Oh, be nice. Mr. iFly piggy bank data jotted down in my organizer. Okay, broken glasses. Elevator, where was the killer? I don't think these two match. I don't think these two match, but I'm gonna go ahead and connect it anyway, just to rule it out. Oh wow, they do match. I'm kind of shocked by that. True, there weren't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. And the elevator with Hicks, if only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with Hicks. And the elevator with Hicks and broken glasses, these two don't match up. These two definitely do not match up. We do have a deduce button here though. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Well, this, but I think we've already done that. The crime scene completely contradicts this piece of evidence. Oh no, that's a contradiction! Oops, I completely messed that one up. I'm sorry, but where? I see the truth here in my mind's eye. I'll try to explain it in simple fashion for you. Alright. There's something missing from the scene in front of me, and I'll show Miss Tenero what's off through that piece of evidence. So the thing that's missing is this lanyard, right? And what's missing? This red thing right here. His phone. His phone is missing. Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? Yeah, you know your phone? His cell phone, Miss Tenero. So I guess because it's not here. Yes, I think we could safely deduce that the killer took it. Missing cell phone, jotted down in my organizer. Alright. Did the killer take it? There is some blood on one of the corners. Could this piggy bank be the murder weapon? Alright, well, we've already deduced that. Grape juice. Is there a way to, like, open this? Republic of Borginia. Okay. Not really sure what else to do. The machine that should be hanging out should be somewhere in this plane. Question is where? This is the founder. We know this already. Where is the phone at? Looks like we can't go back this way yet. About the victim. I was wondering if you noticed anything, Miss De Niro. Yes, I can't help but notice the sad atmosphere in here. Yes, it is a rather tragic crime. I'll say, robbing the poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear as a professional flight attendant that I will capture the culprit with my own hands. And I promise as a prosecutor to solve this case with logic and deduction. I should go over all the leads I've collected so far one more time. Intersection of logic and evidence. Okay, that's not helping. Okay, nothing. She doesn't. Nothing is here. Should I just do this logic? I know it's wrong, but. Yeah, I knew that was wrong. Not exactly a shining example of perfect line of logic. Okay, I knew that was wrong, but I had to check. Flight attendant's room. It's off guard. Must have been a book about the turbulence. I'm just trying to find something that I might have missed. Few copies of Sky magazine. English trivia. Heard the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. I was so confused with made up words. Who's ever heard of such a silhouette as participle? Case in point. I don't think I've gotten that one before, but I don't. See, I don't have a way to deduce anymore. Hope you won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. Okay, yeah, I remember this picture. I've already seen that. We got the money. We got the limited edition item. What am I missing? I may do that. No, I'm good. I was trying to click on this thing up here. I guess you can't. But what am I missing? Like, there's gotta be something I'm missing. I just don't know what it is. This is that chair. A really expensive chair. There's a piano. That's not really a piano, because it can play music. And I can't go back up. So what exactly am I missing? The victim was seated in first class like myself. And I, flight attendant, charged with taking care of first class. Zinc Lablanc. From North European Republic of Borginia. Is that it? Borginia? Says he's a wealthy art dealer, time obsessed. But I can't do anything with them. I can't do anything with this. This change? I thought this area was pink before. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. Yeah, movie. Okay, what do I do with the movie? Already examined that. Engrave the number of the owner on the back. Okay, I've already looked at this before. So what am I supposed to do? I've already presented her with all the evidence, right? Yeah, there's nothing... What am I missing? I feel like there's one thing that I haven't done. And I don't know what that one thing is. What am I getting wrong? Because when I go to logic, I only have these two leads. And these two have nothing to do with each other. And the elevator with Hicks, broken glasses. So those two don't have anything. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the events of the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt. Aha. What is it, Miss Edgeworth? I was just trying to click back on the elevator and somehow I got this scene. This is a little bit of a problem though with the way the clicking works in this game. Because I was trying to click around and I missed it somehow, but there's footprints. Look. I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence this scene? It's the footprints.
Take that.
What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they are a set of footprints. There's some spilled grape juice on the floor in front of the elevator. So you think? Yes, those belong to our killer. Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in the first class. I don't think that will be any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh, I see. Okay, but now... Spilled grape juice. Elevator. I have it. I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes, it's rather simple actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? Ah, but if you take a look at a victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Grape juice footprints data jot down my organizer. Alright, investigation complete. Told you there was just one thing I was missing. What's going on over there? Alright, LeBlanc is not happy. Unforgivable! This is unforgivable! All the dots. Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is late. It is the same level as bad as if the plane arrived late. But the movie. What? I will not talk to you anymore. You're just wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there's no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need to not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my witness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself. Showdown time. What I saw. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks into the elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. But it was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my evidence testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hurry, do I look like a man who's having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. What I saw. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks into the elevator.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look of the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course. I saw what was inside. And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes. The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go. The only person inside was that Hicks man.
Hold it!
Was he really alone? Of course. We'll bet even 1 cent. Huh. A cheap ante for a cheap testimony. But if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointing to the 6 and the 12.
Hold it!
I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct? Oh, you noticed? It is a very expensive antique, I will have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up in my hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have it discharge you if you want to touch it. That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony. What a cheap man you are! Now return the time you wasted back to me! And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks into the elevator at 6 o'clock. body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes?
Hold it.
It's true, I found the victim's body at 6:15. And that's when I found the two of them as well. Ah, you see, it all matches my testimony. Then you, the only other person lodged at that time, must be the criminal.
Hold it.
That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of. No, no, no. Your silly opinion is what is mistaken. Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you're both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what it is. I spy a little hole in his words. As you wish, Mr. LeBlanc. I will now show you proof of my innocence. So where is... The only person saw was that Mr. Hicks man. I'm thinking it's gotta be this. Question is, you show this?
Objection.
Mr. LeBlanc. Whoa, what is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and? Ah, well, you admit you also spilled it with the blood. No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is a set of the grape juice footprints. For footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Ugh! There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Oh, the not very impressed thoughts. Can you please translate for us? No way. That's totally impossible. I guess is what he said. Aw, it's adorable little creature there. No way, that is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw it with my own eyes. Oh, the dots. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? Urgh. What I saw, part 2. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. Happened to that fellow with the man with my eyes when he passed me. And then I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one else inside, no one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you please calm down. What? Don't you dare you have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? No, not at all. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. What I saw, part 2. You're sweating pretty badly there, buddy. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat.
Hold it.
So, are you still upset now? I'm always upset. The only time I'm not is when I have a piece of art in my hands. It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. But I was even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me. I was always checking the time over and over again. Why are we so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable is happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time and money. You understand the point? Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? A summary of the plot and start time. Interesting. They were supposed to show license to live, maim, and murder. I cannot see that movie in my own country. I can only see it on international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie. I check my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came aboard. So my watch is not wrong. It matched the schedule. But the movie was still late. Very, very late. Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. The movie I want to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times. So this movie you mentioned is the one listed in the Sky magazine. Yes. I was so looking forward to watching License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. Miss Tenero, was this movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense! You doubt me? No. Now stop pointing at me like that. Odd. How did he miss a movie that was clearly hoping to see? I checked my pocket watch a great number of times, that much I know for sure. My watch is set to my destination's time. I always set it when I board the plane. You're sure about what you just testified, Mr. LeBlanc? Yes, of course. I'm a very busy man. I'm immediately busy when I land. I have many places to go and no time to waste suggesting my pocket watch. I see. That was a very valuable statement you just made. Flatter me all you want, but you will not get one cent out of me. That's alright. All I require is this piece of testimony. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. Since you only happened to see him, is it possible that you missed something in the glance? Even if it only happened, I did not miss a thing. And how can you be so sure? Just because. I would appreciate it if you didn't take my life so lightly with a simple just because. Well then I was only making a joke. I saw mistakes, alright? And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. Is it possible that someone was hiding inside? What? You dare insult me? I have belief in my eyesight. When I look for art to sell, I'm told often I have great sight for the arts. I think the phrase you're looking for was great sense, although that's debatable. But isn't it possible someone was just outside of your line of sight? You are persistent, I tell you, I look clearly. But I swear, there was no one else inside, no one. Why do you insist that you are absolutely not mistaken? Because when I say I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong. Mr. LeBlanc, if I may, I think beyond misconceptions and mistake lies the truth. I'm having a lot of throat issues right now. Still dealing with post-COVID life, but... Oh, I may have stopped this early because I am coughing non-stop. I'm putting a lot of cuts in so you're not hearing my coughs, but... Trust me, in the background, I'm coughing a lot. Funny, that suspiciously mirrors something I told her only a little while ago. I honestly don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying. I don't think he's lying either. But I think he might be mistaken about something. Mistaken? Yes, I'm going to correct the mistake in collection with my evidence. And this professional attendant shall witness the powers of a professional prosecutor. So, the movie would start, but we know the movie was shown on time at 6 o'clock. That makes me think that his pocket watch was wrong. Miss LeBlanc, could you please take a look at this for me?
In American dollars, I see it's worth around $9.99.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? We're not intending to sell it to me.
It's not for sale. I think I need to present something a bit more case-making to him. Okay. Maybe it's this one? There we go. I had the right idea, I just presented on the wrong piece of dialogue. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. Ah, look at this music. Yes! I think I've heard this before. But still, I love this. It's great.
I even set my pocket watch to destination time when I came aboard.
Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination.
Yes, and the correct time is within 6 cents.
I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Ah, I didn't even see this. Oh, how did I miss that? Of course, the movie scheduled was also created with that in mind. Miss Tenero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right. I was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhangfa. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now we are still running on Borginian time.
What?
The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule.
What?
Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. My 1,000,000 cents! Wow, that's one epic breakdown, dude. This should clear up all of the remaining accusations. So there's basically one, it's a time frame for the time of death, right? Yes. Because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time and what was he doing? I've got something interesting to say. And you are? Yeah, I'm Cammy Meal. I'm a flight attendant. And what is your wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? Well, I saw Mr. Hicks sitting at a seat at 5 a.m., you know? What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed the call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Ah, the stop we made for refueling and cargo transport in Zhangfa, correct? Or Zhangfa. This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo in the Republic of Zhangfa between 4 and 5 a.m. We ask that all passengers remain on board at that time. Thank you for cooperation. Oh, look! I is capitalized here. Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or did any new ones board the flight? No. Not a single person got off or on in Shangfa. What about the flight crews? The few who were handling the cargo transfer by the temporarily got it on or off. But eventually, everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So basically, I could assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Refueling in Shangfa data jotted down in my organizer. Well, yeah, and I answered his call. I could tell you Mr. Acme Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Miss Meal's testimony jotted down in my organizer. Alright, then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. Okay, now, what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Shangfa.
Ah! You were here the whole time for 5 years? Then you were the only one who could be the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Unfortunately, yes. But then how do we explain the footprints?
Is it not that obvious? This man waited for Miss Hicks before he in the lounge, waited to kill him. And then he put the corpse in the elevator. Well, that is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. But what time I saw Miss Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge.
Everything happened in this lounge? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc?
What? Do you have another idea?
I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can be in this crime? Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? This thing right here. Found at the crime scene, but it's usually on display at the flight shop. The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there and is not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious?
Huh, such a trivial point. It only means you're prepared and taking it from the shop first before coming here. Doesn't prove you're innocent at all.
Is there no way to win with this man? If I may.
What is it?
You see. Well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says.
Oh, and what do you know of this so well?
Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Is it that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? That's right.
You were in the shop just for the turbulence?
Yes, I was. Come to think of it, Miss Tenero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room.
Then you were on the first floor.
Yes. I had to do something in the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there.
Why did you go to the shop in the first place?
I went there for a work-related matter.
Work you say?
Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities.
Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know.
All the dots. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? What is it now? Well, aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. Huh? Well, that's weird. What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. Huh? What is the meaning of this, Miss Tenero? It means that she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said you have permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet, here you are. All the dots.
You, flight attendant! What are you trying to do? Pull a sleep over us? A sheep over us?
The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Miss Tenera, why would you do such a thing? Please, excuse me. Well, that's suspicious. Well, looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would follow me, I'll be a guide from now on. There's something about Miss Tenero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority.
Oh, I am really mad. You better hurry up and bring me some evidence.
If you could wait just a little while longer while we look into the shop.
Huh, don't number the birds before they are born.
Don't number the what? I have no idea what he's trying to say. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, perhaps. All of I ask is your patience and cooperation. Miss Meal, about investigating the in-flight shop. All the dots. You're of no use to me asleep. Wake up. What's up? I need you to come with me so I can search the shop. Go on ahead without me. I'll catch up with you later. How has this woman not been fired yet? I kind of don't like the idea of us going alone. Oh, she followed us. March 12th, 8:32, flight I-390, first floor, in-flight shop. So this is a in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here. You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then. Tee. Hold on. You can't clean up a potential crime scene. Oh, well thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. The blood on it is still fresh. Could this be the murder weapon? There is a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Alright. In-flight shop. I don't know much about the shop, but you can still ask me, like, whatever. Do you notice anything? So, what do you think about what has happened regarding this case? Oh, I don't know. I think you're the killer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I can assure you that I'm here in the shop to prove just the opposite. Can you wake up, please? Yeah, but it was me that got you the permission to look around. You know? So like, don't forget that, okay? How am I supposed to thank you properly if you insist on falling asleep? Well, you know what would really show your thanks? See that item for sale over there? Sorry, but you're going to have to make do with my works of appreciation. Alright, let's look around. What are these? Oh, those are the company's original Linus Suitcases? They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world, you try and then buy. No way! But either way, it doesn't really matter. True, either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they boarded a plane? Anyway, to see that, just look at all the Mr. iFly heads painted on there. It's a cute company mascot, isn't he? They're painted on with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like it's just about like to jump out at you? It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Yeah, this green colorization is not very appealing. Huh? Oh, I guess there's no fooling your refined taste. Huh? You look like you really want to get one. And I thought I was going to finally make my first sale, but you saw if I threw it. Glad that's done though. Never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay? But I never showed any interest in it to begin with. Gee, it really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? The suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Tenero designed this. Well, yeah, it was a company-wide contest. Well, it does have a very sharp design sense. Haha, sharp? Like sticky sharp cheddar, maybe? I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so bleh. Miss Tenero designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. Ah! What the heck? Are you okay? I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Meal. Letting a suitcase freely rolling around has got to be a safety violation. Plane shaking caused it to roll. Can be hazard. Huh. Here, I'll put it back. Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something, but some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one? I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. There are all kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale in this display case. And they're all lined up in just a manner as to scream, "Buy me," to any passers-by. The glass from this display case's door is shattered all over the floor. And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually, I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat? I swear I've seen one before. Yeah, it's the thing on the bear thing, right? I mean, she has one. There is a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in these display cases. You know what I'd suggest? Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip. Well, okay then. How about you buy some for me as a present? I can't think of a single reason why I'd want to buy you anything. But I had an eye on that pendant for such a long time. Try paying some attention to me. I want to ask you something and then we'll talk. Anything else? Stuffed toys, just like the one Miss Meal is holding on display here. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I know you want one too. They're like grateful when you're so stressed. Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? Alright, well I definitely need to take a pause here because my throat is absolutely killing me right now. Actually had a bit of misluck today. So today I went back to work for the first time. I brought my medicine with me and I accidentally spilled my medicine on the way to work in my bag because the cap came open. So when I got to work, about a third of my medicine was gone, and it's the last third of my medicine I had left. Thankfully, there was only a third left, which means I'd taken about 2/3 of it. Unfortunately, I really wish I had that medicine right now. So, yeah. Urgh. I did go to the store to buy some extra, like, cough medicine, but it didn't seem to help as strong as the other stuff does. But anyway, I love you all so very much. Thank you for everything. We'll continue this next time. And until then, my friends, so long. And take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter. And you are brilliant. And you are loved. And you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.